Hey, Mike. So lovely to be introduced. Alicia and Sunil, I had a wonderful, almost hour-long conversation about some of your go-to-market stuff, and I wanted to kind of introduce me, talk a little about who I am, and see if it's worth chatting further. I don't know. I don't know if it is. It sounded like it. So quick background on me. My name is Jordan Crawford. I helped Zinc.com go from 1 to 100 million in GMV in 2 years. And since then, I built automated outbound engines for companies like Main Street, Ironclad, Vouch, Stage, Ask Nicely, like the list goes on. uh, and how we basically work is we allow you to ask any unstructured go-to-market question of large data sets. So we have full access to LinkedIn people, LinkedIn company, LinkedIn jobs, bespoke machine learning scrapers, and we're monitoring 50,000 companies every day for their posted jobs. We can structure all that information by the most complex go-to-market questions that you have. Sunil talked about some interesting ones. We will help you with messaging, and then we have a whole email deliverability system to programmatically test at scale. So we can take a complex question like, give me all of the revenue leaders that have mentioned SOX audits in their jobs in the last 6 months that have no one else on the Treasury team, like, for example. So I don't know enough about your business, but that would be like a question that we could answer. And then we ship that to 500 to 1,000 people in a test to see if we get responses. And if we do, we can crank it up. And if we don't, we get a test again next week. So it's about rapid iteration. To give you kind of a sense of the scale of data we're talking about, I'm going to go over some like real examples so you can see sort of what we're capable of. Sunil talked about scraping the Edgar database, which we've done in the past, companies 10K filings. So you get to define the questions that you want to ask that matter for you, and then we test each week. All right, so let's dive in. I'm going to show you some examples of the data, and then hopefully if this is at all useful or interesting to you, we can chat again. And I don't integrate with any of your systems, so I'm able to ship something completely independently. I set up brand new inboxes with new domains. I get 60 to 80% open rates on all of my campaigns. And then if positive replies come in, you guys respond in my system. So that's how it works. I'm going to show you some examples of the types of data we have pulled so you can get a sense of this. I'm going to start with actually data that's like probably most relevant to you. So this is just a search in my database. And all I did was I said, give me jobs that have the word Treasury that have these keywords that have to be in their job descriptions just posted in the last 90 days. So 450 jobs. And this particular job is sorted by the like of all the 450 has the most density of the keywords that we looked at. So for example, maybe you have some opinion on Stats Canada or NAIC or OSFI. I don't know. This is gibberish to me, but we can target those types of keywords to know how people are thinking about their problems. This job was only posted for a day. So it was posted the 11th. It was closed the 12th. So that's the kind of resolution we have here. I can tell you the city, the company. In this case, they mentioned these three words in total 24 times. So they're struggling with the problems that we have searched for the most. Let's just like hide the context so you can kind of see. And we kind of highlight where these words appear. So I could take this, we call this a signal list of companies, and then go find people for you, clean all the emails, and within a week ship this as a campaign. One more example here that's probably to give you kind of a context of how bespoke this can be. We're working with a company called Stage, heystage.com. They help you test your pricing plans. And so Patrick worked at Loom. He boosted their pricing. He increased total dollars by 1,100% in like 100 days just with pricing experiments. So he has a lot of really interesting insights about pricing. But those insights only apply to certain types of companies. So we went and we're scoring, there's several 100,000 companies in his total addressable market. And we're pulling, what is their pricing URL? Do they have a demo URL? Are they, we use machine learning, are they billing self-serve or both? Do they have a free trial? What are their pricing tiers? Is the free trial on the homepage? What's their billing model? So he actually has some unique things to say. If it's per month, per device, per year. Do they offer an API? What is their billing frequency? Do they have a guarantee offer? Do they offer support? Do they offer single sign-on? Basically, are they selling that as a plan? What are the frequently asked questions? Is there a free plan? How do they frame the free plan? What is the feature checkmark count? So he has some opinions about the number of features and how you should think about pricing based on the number of features. And do they have a pricing table? So do they have kind of pricing options? So yeah, so that's an example of what we can do. The way that this generally works is that we spend a month scoring and warming up inboxes, and then we usually spend 2 months shipping campaigns. I don't quite know what pieces you need. If you just want the data, if you want the data and the deliverability systems, usually I bundle them together because the value is in testing rapidly, because you have so many products and so many different wedge ideas that Sunil was telling me about. Really, this is a way to rapidly test those different wedge ideas and to see if they work. And if they do work, I can scale them without any sort of manual effort on your end. And if they don't, we kill them. And there's a couple of other kind of interesting things we do. Like we'll be able to do the user gems play for you of people that change jobs and automate that and just like connect into your Slack as well. So yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. I'm really grateful that you took all this time to learn a little bit about me, what I do. And if this is interesting, great. If not, it's no problem whatsoever. And I'm just grateful that you've invested time learning about me. Thanks so much. Bye.